Like, I'm not bluffing like 4-card flush.
Yeah, like what the? So this was you, Sido?
Yes.
Fuck, man, you wild.
I mean, Sido the calling station is now Sido the bluffing station, apparently. All right. Hey, genius or fish?
Time to watch the show about spinning gold. It's a Spin&Bros podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Spin&Bros podcast. We're back once again with more Spin and Go content for you guys to enjoy. It's myself, Beldarion, and Sido, and of course, in the wings, it's Oscar. How you doing today, Oscar?
He's up there flying.
Yeah, all good. Thank you, guys. All
He's
good.
somewhere above us. So if you guys are new here, this is our second ever podcast, and the Spin& Bros podcast surprisingly is about spin and goes and the sort of crazy hyper format that we all enjoy playing. This is episode 2. We are still here in our relatively basic sort of frames, and we thought, given the feedback from you guys last time, and given the fact that you guys seem to enjoy the natural evolution of our podcast, we thought it might be a lot of fun to do something a bit different to kick off things today. So we started making our first podcast. We started editing it, and we realized we don't really have a logo. We don't really have any thumbnails. We don't have any of the sort of design elements, and we did our best to put them together, and I think some of them look quite good. Shout out to Beldarion for your beautiful work on our thumbnails. I thought it looked nice, but we thought it might be a fun process that you guys could help us to sort of improve. And also it might be fun if you guys came along on the journey of discovery of, you know, what it takes to create a podcast and what that might look like. So we decided that we were going to do something a bit different. Let's come over to our first visual today, guys. Again, apologies if this is an audio listening, because most of what we're going to do today is visual. So this is a website called Upwork. I actually wanted to use a website called Fiverr, if you guys have ever heard of it before. Basically, there's a bunch of freelance people on here, and you give them money, and they do stuff. And what we thought we would start with is our logo design. We didn't really have an official logo design. We AI'd one. It's not our favorite thing in the world, but we thought, why don't we hand over control of the logo design to a couple designers, and let's see if they could come up with something creative. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but historically speaking, whenever I've asked anyone to make a poker logo, or hey, what do you think my poker logo should look like, or whatever, people's idea of what poker is in a modern setting is a little bit warped, right? Like, can we all agree? Like, they're like, okay, cool. So like, you're going to want like 21, right? You're going to want like blackjack on there. You're like, no, that's not. Or like, it always has to have like the ace of spades, or, you know, whatever, right? I understand it's card related. I understand it's sort of gambling adjacent and all that stuff. But it can be somewhat frustrating because I think that people kind of tend to just go to the most sort of classic Las Vegas sort of 1960s. I don't know. I'm not even sure what era. So I thought this would be fun, guys, because part of this is not simply to try and find a good design. Part of this is to find a lot of really bad designs, and then we can laugh at them later. So what we're going to do is we're going to submit some stuff to Upwork, and we are going to see what they come up with. So I had an idea on how to do this. You guys can tell me if you like it or not. And if this gets too long, we'll edit this afterwards, guys. So I thought it would be fun if we picked 4 artists, and we request that they spend more than 2 hours each creating 4 concepts, okay? So if we do end up genuinely liking one of these, we can ask them to spend more money on it, or spend more time on it, I should say, in exchange for money. And I thought that what we would try and do is a mix of different people that we sort of spotted. So a lot of these people are boosted, which means that they're like basically, you know, they've paid to be seen at the top. A lot of these people will just jump off the page because this person's from the United Kingdom, so it might be fun to try one from the United Kingdom. It might be fun to try and support Artur, who's a Ukrainian designer, for example. I'm not really sure how we're supposed to go about doing this, but I thought we would basically pick 4 or 5, and we would say spend 2 hours a piece creating 4 concepts. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Perfect.
I've got a natural talent for this, so I've already chose my guy, Nick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ignacio G.
Ignacio
out to me.
Ignacio G. Okay, cool.
He is the boy.
So
He's the one.
rather than like you guys watching us do all the nitty gritty stuff, let's pick 4 people while we're here. This is Ignacio. Ignacio G is one pick. Just bearing in mind as well, that's $25 an hour, so that might be on the higher end of our spectrum. I'm happy to pay. I actually think this is going to be super fun anyway. It'll be worthwhile. I thought it was really important that we also find a very, 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 very cheap one, because more often than not, when I've seen people try and do stuff like this, the cheap ones actually end up being really good, and some of the expensive ones end up being really bad, which I think is kind of fun. So on that basis, Irfan S from Pakistan is 5. This is my pick.
Awesome. I just want to change. I want to change my pick now, Nick. Completely non-financially related.
Non-financially related.
I'm going to go for someone different. So,
okay.
I'm going to take Muhammad A, please.
You want Muhammad A? Okay, cool. I didn't mean that you were going to be personally responsible for the payment by.
Oh no, I don't mind paying for it. But I'm not getting the vibes. I'm not getting the vibes.
Okay. Sido, who's your pick?
Yeah, just scroll down. I'm having like want to support someone that is.
Other filters. Can you use filters?
Yeah, we can use other filters. What kind of thing are we looking for? Are you looking for a specific time zone, specific location?
No. I want the worst rated logo designer.
Okay. I don't know if we can go by worst rating. I'm not sure if there's a filter for that.
I think you can probably use top rated and then go to the last side.
Okay. So if I go, but this is a tick to say they are top rated.
Okay.
So I don't think there's a filter for worst. But if we scroll down far enough,
who would want that, right?
If we go all the way to the end here, there's a chance that maybe the one at the end.
Oh yeah, that was good. He had an 88%.
Okay, where
job success?
This guy
has to be like super.
Okay,
low.
and check this out. This is his top design.
Yeah.
This is a good sign. Okay, so you want this guy? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. MDJ, and we're definitely not.
We will probably be the first customer for last 2 years or something, right? Because who would ever pick this guy?
He's gonna be he's gonna do a great job, and he's gonna watch this back and be like, "Wow, what a jerk!" All right, Sido, what's your pick?
Let's go.
Let's
go with Aisha Key.
Aisha Key. I mean, if you wanted to as well, we could try and hit like a little Morocco situation.
Morocco? You think?
Nah, we don't have
some design. We don't
with Moroccan.
Yeah, don't trust those Moroccans.
People working for us.
All right. Okay. In that case, here we go. We're
Look,
gonna...
there was not even one. Nobody in Morocco is doing logo designs.
Is that right? Tick. Wait a second.
Apologies. Oh, there are actually quite a lot.
I mean, look at young Hatim. Come on, yeah. You want to support young Hatim?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, there you go. A little hometown glory. All right, so we got some people that we're gonna ask.
I need to find his phone, and then I will take 20% of the payment. Bro,
he knew we were going to do this.
Give me 20%.
He knew we were going to do this. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We have basically picked four people at random, more or less random. These people might not even accept these jobs. So in the event that one of these people drops out, we'll find an alternative that's similarly rated or whatever, and we'll go there. The most important part of this, of course, though, guys, is what is our description? How are we gonna pitch this job to them? So basically, what we're saying is, we want you to design a logo for our podcast. The podcast is called Spin and Bros, and then we'll include a link to the website, right? Yeah. To our YouTube, excuse me. This is a podcast about a poker game called Spin and Goes. I think it's important we don't get too technical, right? And also, I never know if it's Spinning Goes or Spinning Goes.
It's within I don't know how it's called, and then an S.
It like this, like that, an apostrophe.
Yeah, apostrophe. Yeah.
Apostrophe.
That's okay. We'll leave it at Spin and Go anyway. Please spend no longer than 2 hours on
32 hours.
32 hours.
yeah 32 hours. Please spend no longer than 2 hours on your first draft and provide 4 what's the word? Help me out here, guys. Concepts, yeah. 4 concepts so we can pick a place to start. So now is the stage where we decide if we want to throw any additional curveballs in there. Because
give them some room for creativity, I would say.
Just let them be creative.
This is what I'm saying is I think actually just seeing the natural output would be quite interesting, because a lot of these people won't have any idea about poker and it's going to be absolutely beautiful how bad it is. Some people are just going to nail it. Some people will definitely just use any sort of AI engine and just go, yeah, there's a long job, guy. Oh, 2 hours. Woo. Oh, I wish I had 7. It was such a big job. And they printed out like 8,000 concepts.
They all use the same like ChatGPT, and everyone sends back like exactly the same designs. Right?
I would not be surprised if it looks exactly like the ones that we tried to make ourselves. Yeah. So okay, I think maybe we should have one more thing in here. We should leave most of it up to them, and then obviously the funnest bit is when we're going to return to this later, guys, and we'll have a look at what they did. But I think we should have one more. Okay, so in addition to the 4 concepts, can you also provide
what do you want?
I don't know. This is the thing. I want to ask him something that is incredibly open-ended and like not specific at all, and I want to see like how they interpret it. So what is something that we could ask them to create for us that would just be like, I don't know, like what's something what's a graphical element that we needed last time? Because obviously the idea here, guys, is we're going to get them to make the logo. We're going to pick our favorite or favorite worst one, and that's what we're going to use moving forward until we find a better one. If it's really good, we're going to actually go on to Fiverr again, and we're going to get somebody or outsource Upwork, whatever it's called.
Maybe the graphic for Fish and or Genius.
Okay, yeah. Because but then also we could do that in the next commission as well. Maybe we should just keep this simple. Okay, let's just start here.
Yeah.
Let's just start here. Let's just keep it simple. Yeah, because what we want to do is look forward to Warren, every other week. Or
Can you also provide? No, let him
not.
Can you also provide? Full stop. Yeah, perfect. We're looking. How about this? We're looking for a clean yet creative idea. So give us your best shot. ! Okay.
P.S. We have an owl that can detect AI.
Well, there you
Creator.
There you go.
Creator.
There you go. We have an owl that is an AI detective. Should we just leave it at that? Should we just give that a go, and then we'll just
Perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe we should tell them like we prefer human work. Like,
yeah, please do not use AI. Basically, like no AI.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. Please.
We get like a stick man hand drawn, right, with Spin&Bros next to it. That'd be awesome.
Honestly, that might be awesome. And okay, cool. So let's just see how we get on with that, right? I think what we'll end up having, we should end up having at least 12 designs to look over next time when we actually get this work back, right? So that's something, and I think probably when we see the results of this one, we'll be inspired to get loads of other things done, right? I think we're probably going to actually have some really fun ideas after we see that. So let's just keep it simple, chat. That is the end of this segment. We are basically going to submit this to 4 people. I imagine we're probably going to end up spending at least $100 or something like that. But there we go. This is what we do for you guys, and this is what we are sacrificing for our art form, which is this magnificent podcast. So, with no further ado, let's get into the actual poker segment of today's podcast. We're going into the combined sections that we now call Genius or Fish. And there's a transition that goes here. Woo. All right, hand number one. Let's get into it. Guys, do you have your poker heads on? Are you feeling like prepared for poker?
100%.
Beldarion's reaction. Is he frozen or is he?
1 second. I accidentally closed Discord.
I watch poker.
I accidentally closed Discord, and
this is the kind of high energy podcast that people are waiting for, Beldarion.
Perfect.
Okay, are we ready to go, guys?
I'm here. I'm seeing the hand.
I'm actually going to try not to remember whose hands are which, but let's just go ahead and play this. All right, so we start this hand around 13 and a half big blinds effective. We have Queen 10 of spades in the small blind, and we are blind v blind. And there is a min raise to 2 big blinds. So far, so good, right, guys? Seems pretty standard. I think min raising off the stack is good. Anything 14 big blinds or less, the min raise is quite frequent, right?
Yeah, I think GTO is also like 100% probably min raising here.
Yeah, and call. And the board comes 3, 4, deuce, 2 hearts. Ooh. Small blind checks. I think probably you can do a fair amount of betting on these textures, right? I mean, your opponent shouldn't have as much 2, 3, 4 when they've called a min raise at this point, right? As played, it goes check, check. On the turn is the Jack of Diamonds. I guess we are going to do some checking and some betting here. We do decide to start betting. I think having the queen in particular, we're blocking queen jack. Having the 10, we're blocking 10 jack. Those are probably somewhat more likely combinations to call pre-flop as well. So there's some merit to this. And then the call. I remember this hand. Now, this was specifically me on stream. If you guys want to watch this one, I think this will end up being a clip. The one note that I have here on the turn is that when I bet the turn, it was an instantaneous call, instantaneous snap call. Yeah. In the kind of way where you were not interested in the flop in any way, shape, or form. And as soon as you turn top pair, now you can't wait to call. You're not thinking about raising. You're not doing anything else. And on the river, it was a 4, which is obviously a massive brick. And also, you'd imagine a lot of the 4X combos probably just betting the flop here most of the time, right? So feeling good about this spot. On stream, I go, guys, I think that this guy has a draw. That's the only reason why he's snap calling this turn. Any reasonable human being would go, I have Jack 10, I've just turned top pair, I have Queen Jack, whatever it was. And they would slow down, they would do something else. So I decide that I am going to trap with Queen High. So I check the river, nice. And my opponent absolutely insta-rips it all in here.
Yeah, nice.
And I give a speech, blah, 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 and I make the call. And
he called for 9-7 suited, right? 5-7. Yeah, nice. Well played, man. I like that. I really, really like it. That's sweet.
So the question is, guys, genius or fish?
Genius.
Genius. Sido, where's your blackboard?
Oh, come on, Sido.
Oh, my God. I'm not going to bother writing genius because it was my hand after all.
Yeah. Maybe we should change it, Nick. Instead of like genius, instead of genius, we should just like move it to like goat or fish. It's 4 letters each. Easy
or just
right
G.
Then, right? None of us
G.
can spell genius.
If we could have like a little like
what's wrong?
A little card that is a picture of a goat, and then a little card that's a picture of a fish.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, look, like I mean, like it definitely was.
Get those from the kids as well.
Yeah, exactly. This hand was definitely one of those sort of like live read situations for sure, to a certain degree. I mean, obviously, just like theoretically on this turn, he's going to have a lot of misdraws. Like the diamonds are there, the hearts are there, and. What I thought was interesting as well was the fact that 5-7 doesn't want to bet the flop. I honestly don't know. Just going back to the flop play though, guys. Like, do you think we're probably just supposed to be betting this board like quite big?
I actually think like people.
It was an unknown player, which obviously changes things quite a lot. It wasn't a reg.
Yeah, like I think GTO wise. It's a high, actually, like in a race pot, this is like a high c-bet frequency board. In a limp pot, this is like you check a lot, right? Because exactly how you said it, like how many 4x's, 3x's, and deuce x's does he has? He still has quite a lot because like against the min race, he should still call like queen deuce off and stuff, right? But he's folding like 9 deuce off, 8 deuce off, 8-3 off, and these kind of hands. So he has less 3x and deuce x. So the less pair combinations you have, the more you should you can see that as a preferred progressor. However, against the fish, I actually like it. Main reason is because you don't get folds. If they have 2 overcards, they simply call, right? Especially when you use a small sizing. I think people just don't fold. And the good thing is also that fish under float bet here massively, right? So if they just have 2 random cards, overcards, they usually just check back, and then you can go for a delay. So yeah, I think I like how you played it actually against the fish.
My question is actually like after you bet in the turn, like on a brick, not a paired brick, what was your plan? Like on a 9, for example. Like were you planning to bluff
if it comes a 9 on the turn, you mean?
On the river.
Yeah, it's a really good question. In all honesty, everything about this hand I think is everything about this hand I think is quite good. But the turn bet is actually where maybe watching it back, I'm going.
Yeah, like 2 big blinds doesn't really wrap anything, right?
No,
if you have a jack, you probably size it up.
It honestly doesn't. The bit that I want to flex to you guys on the podcast is the Queen High Hero call, but actually on the turn I'm looking at it and I was like, that's I think probably in my mind I was thinking along the lines of, well, I'm blocking Jack 10, I'm blocking Queen Jack. He didn't bet the flop, so I don't feel like he interacts with this board too much, but now probably I want to get value from hearts and diamonds. Having said that, people never miss a bet with hearts on this board, right? You always have 2 overcards in the hearts, and people hate checking those in position, right? So you can start to sort of convince yourself of things that you're trying to get value from, but a lot of it's kind of gone as soon as they don't bet the flop. But having said that, I thought 5-7 would have bet flop for sure. Like it just feels like a very natural. Yeah. Once you check, like your opponent's like, oh, I'm like up and down and improving to a 7 straight. And like, my opponent checks, so he must have ace king. They always put you on ace king or something, right? So I don't know. It's a good question. And actually now watching it back, I thought this was going to be more of a flex, but the turn bet actually makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. I guess the idea for me was to bet turn and then reassess river, honestly, like kind of in the same way we did. So in one way, the turn bet kind of sort of makes sense to me, but also probably I think is better as a check. But then also, once we've bet the turn and we have the information based on like the way that he reacted, I guess the best way to play the hand was to trap check Queen High and make it a hero call. So, yeah.
The thing is if you're targeting like diamonds, hearts, or whatever, draws on the turn, then checking to give him free equity doesn't make a massive amount of sense, right? Considering if we assume we're ahead, like if you think that's his range. So like if I bet turn, I'd probably bet slightly bigger myself, maybe like 75%. Well, right, just like check river, just to target those ranges.
And like Beldarion is saying, like if the idea is that you feel like they're not like they don't have something on the flop, right? Because they didn't bet. They don't have the jack as often because we're blocking that, but we want to get value from the draws. Then obviously sizing up would make more sense anyway, right? Because if they're calling too,
I don't like sizing up on a turn at all, to be honest. Okay. I think it's the worst thing you can do here. Like because what do you really want to accomplish, right? Because like if you are betting 3 into 4 and he has a jack, you're just losing more, right? And it's no value bet. It's not that you are value betting the queen 10. So you are basically, I don't know what you are doing. You are basically just making a delay bet, right?
Yeah.
Like because like there's no sense in like it's kind of weird. It's a kind of weird situation, right? Because you don't really want to bluff anything, and there's nothing better that's folding, right? There are a couple of worse hands that are calling, but it's still no value bet, right?
Yeah.
So if this is the case, what we are basically doing is just simply a delay bet because we know it's profitable, right? Without any particular reason, and then we don't need to size up.
Right. I think probably my preferred line is just to check turn completely, but like it's just some fancy like 1BB or something, right? Because then it might actually get like a value bet or so. Like, but I think like just betting 2 big blinds just because we know it's profitable. Because Dada is saying, they fold like 60%, and you just fold out random hands and you make your life easier. Sure,
why not? So
I mean, it's the good thing about playing against Recreational. Like you can do whatever you want. Like, it's not a big mistake. So it's not like when we say we are not repping anything, it means that the guy understand the logics and understand the boards, the ranges, etc. But if it's a recreational, then do whatever you think is best. You will not be like you will not show up with your range.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine actually, like the bet.
Anyway, the important part is I'm a genius on the river. That's the takeaway from this.
I like the river. I like the river.
Yeah, that's what.
No, this was a cute one, and in future, guys, as well. I'm going to start ramping up my social media more, and I'm trying to clip more of these things. So these are some of the fun ones that we have. Yeah. This is that's weird that it says that actually.
The thing is, it's like the turn bet which gets you his river stack, right? Because if you check turn and then you play the river and you check again, he's very, very less incentivized to now jam his whole stack into 4 big blinds. So whilst the turn bet with Queen High maybe doesn't make like the most sense, it's actually what gets you the value in this hand.
Yeah,
that would be real genius if you bet the turn with the plan to check on the river just because then he starts bluffing. That would be super genius.
Yeah.
But I mean, also, like you said, you don't expect 5x to check back flop, right? So probably you also don't expect 6x to check back flop without having anything additional to that, right?
Sure.
If this is the case, then does he really have many bluffs?
Yeah, this is what I'm getting at. Is on the flop, it feels like most fives that interact with this board, or most fives that because they do interact with this board, they would obviously just go ahead and start piling more in or something. But I don't know. Yeah, it was so much more a feeling of the speed of the call at the turn that I think really like changed my mind or like really made me super confident. But yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess the 6 is a little bit more different. I think people react more aggressively with a 5 here than with a 6. Like, a lot of people not recognizing that if they have like 6, 7 and we have like ace king, they actually have a lot of equity, right? People see the up and down and they're like, whoa, this is a big draw. But they're like, oh, my friends told me a gut shot is like not a very good straight draw. So, and they're kind of like discounting the fact that they have 2 overcards as well. So, like I would anticipate more like 6, 7 of diamonds or like 6, 9 of diamonds or something like that. Than I would 5x with the missed flush draw,
That's like a meme, isn't it? Like you missed an opportunity there, Nick. Isn't there like a 6-7 meme? I don't really understand what it means, but I've seen it everywhere. It's like 6. Yeah, that's
I don't understand it as well. Like we are too old for this, right? Like my kids are coming from school saying something like 6-7, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
You're only as old as you feel, mate. Don't put me in that box. Don't discourage. I'm still a young punk on the streets. All right, so.
Actually, like there's one thing that we can take away here, right? So like if you have experience, and we all have, like we're playing for years, right? Then sometimes you just have this intuition, right? So you bet, and even though it didn't make any sense, you end up in a situation, and then you just feel it, right? Something was off, like this small timing tell, etc.
Yeah,
and it's telling you that. And we should trust it, right? We should trust our gut feeling, especially when we have this experience.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you think, I have to call here my range and blah blah, and if you just feel like he's never fucking bluffing, right? So he's like ahead, just fold.
Yeah.
Right? So
amen.
I think that's important.
Wise words. All right, cool. So confirmed genius. That's 1 point for Nick, and let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so pocket jacks here. Okay, yeah, this was another one of mine, guys, and let's go through it. So we start exactly the first hand of the game, so in a 15 big blind game, excuse me. So blind v blind, pocket jacks, and we start with a raise, I assume. 2.5 big blind seems pretty good. This seems pretty GTO-y. And our opponent calls. The board comes king, 10, deuce. So on the flop, we decide that we are going to check. I do think that probably there is some betting here as well. Like jacks is obviously a very strong hand. I think against the unknown player, this was a complete unknown. Their ranges are kind of going to be all over the place here. They're probably going to end up having a much wider range than they're supposed to. On the non-flushing version of king 10 deuce, obviously where there's fewer combinations we get value from in the draw department, I thought the check was like a better sort of trap basically anyway. So our opponent's bets half pot here. We are concerned about some King X. It's probably worth noting that some of the King X is going to be all in pre-flop here, not all of it, but King Queen maybe some King Jacks and stuff like that, maybe Ace King for sure. So as played, they bet half pot, and we decide that we're going to check call. Seems pretty standard. And on the turn, the ace falls. Now, this was in a clip as well that I haven't posted yet, but I say on the turn, like, look, if he has a king, he's got to be scared of the ace. The ace is going to be a scare card for a lot of the sort of reasonable hands that he has here. Queen Jack is also a reasonable combo for him to have, but when we have jacks, it's obviously very difficult for them to have the nut straight. And on the turn, they just rip in 10 big blinds here, and it just starts to feel like I'm trying to understand what you have.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. There's something. This. I think we might have spoke about this during the last podcast a bit, but it's one of these funny spots where like your opponent can be representing like a very valid hand, and then on the turn they represent a very valid hand, and then on the river like the whole context and the entire like texture changes, and they're like, oh no, I have a flush draw. I have a flush now. Yeah. I was just kidding. Like I've got ace king. I've got two pair on the turn. I have a flush. And on the turn, they're starting to say, yeah, I have king 5 of spades or something, or like, whatever, not spades in this case, but you know what I mean? Like I have king 5 of diamonds here. Like, why would you just be ripping into a spot where it just feels like I have a lot of ace X? Anyway, I make the call, and my opponent has pocket 4s, and they river a 4.
Oh my God. That's nice.
So genius or fish, guys? What do we think?
From you?
Well, I guess from me. Write down your answers and let me know what you think.
I'm going to give you both a genius, to be fair, because I actually think that like you made a great call, Nick, right? And you played it exactly the same. Like, no, but he played it also like the thing with I'm assuming recreationals, right, is they can actually put a lot of pressure in certain scenarios, right, and actually make our life difficult. And I actually think he played it pretty well himself. But yeah, I think. Yeah, well,
you think pretty well. You think he played it pretty well himself when he should have been all in pre-flop? What are you talking about?
Not like pretty well as in like a standard pretty well, right? But an awkward. I wouldn't want to play too much against this guy, right? Like he'd be like an awkward player to play against.
I mean, he has heart. He has
a lot of heart. Yes, I mean, look, I wrote fish because in my line of work as a commentator, we all know. It's fine to be right theoretically, but whoever wins the hand played the hand best, and I think he owned me, guys. He owned me. He owned me. He got the money on the turn.
You should have known.
So what do you think for a recreational? Is it like for him doing this? Is he like value betting or bluffing?
I think he's value betting.
if we would know that, right? Like
I think so too.
I think it's value jamming.
Against Nick's like Jack Deuce that he shouldn't have opened pre-flop or something, right? Like I think he's
it's a value jam if you know it's coming, boys. That's always
the most important thing though, Nick, is that he jams turn and doesn't jam river, right? Because you're still calling exactly the same time, but calling on the river is a lot more painful than calling on the turn, right?
No, I mean, like, if as Spin and Go players, our graph and our chip EV is so sacred, right? I'm just glad that he gave me the EV before he fucked me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you can fuck me, but like allow me the chip EV, please.
Yeah.
Worst thing would be he's betting 9 big blinds. And
then one on the river.
You have 1 big blind on the river, and there's the 4.
The most annoying thing is, like, if he bets half pot on the turn, I'm looking, because this was on stream, like I said, I'll be like, guys, he has no hand here. Like, we're calling to trap him. We want him to bluff. And then on the river, he's like, 4 big blinds. And you're like, yeah, cool. Got him. So, yes, in a way, he did me a kindness. Like, if you're going to take you can take my money, just don't take my EV, right?
Yeah, leave my chips alone. Yeah, nice.
Okay. I don't think there's much more to add. I think that's a good one. Let's carry on, guys.
All right, pressure's on then, chaps.
All right, so Queen and Jack of Spades. We start with a min raise. Sorry, where are we at right now? This is pretty deep stacked. Okay, cool. So min raise at 24 effective, and big blind calls. On the flop, we're getting led at. Now, I don't know about you guys. Let's just watch the hand first, but I'm not sure there's any leading on Jack 4 deuce. I could be completely wrong.
And now,
so lead and a call.
Ugh.
And a jam, and what I assume is the easiest call in the history of mankind.
If someone is folding, I'll call you a fish.
Okay.
This is your hand.
Wait. Okay, before we see it, I don't know whose hand this is. Before we see it, I want to guess. His hand contains a 5.
I reckon he's got like King 4 or something, or like Jack 6.
I reckon he's got
He
5
has aces.
He's
He's
got
obviously aces.
He's got 5-4 offsuit.
That was.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Whose hand was this? And what side are you
my
playing
hand.
on?
Yeah.
Is it yours?
I remember. Yeah, it's on the. It was on the high stakes, like on.
What
the
do you mean you just
250s.
remembered the guy tables 8-6? How can you forget this one?
No, like I was like I didn't remember my hand, but like now that I saw the showdown, I remembered that it was me who did it because like I was what?
Genius or fish?
That's
mean,
that's him. That's
I don't-
him. That's him, not me. He is
Yeah.
a genius, right?
I mean, I'm struggling to call this one genius because I don't really feel like we did anything proactive in this hand.
No,
Same.
Like,
Same.
it's-
This was
I mean,
more like
you could have
funny hand.
raised the flop. Yeah.
This was like a more a funny hand, like because I was like, wow, he just jack 4 deuce, donk, and then shove on the turn. Like what?
Yeah, but it also feels like kind of standard for recreational. I mean, this is like daily. I get this like probably like 10 times.
what?
I think so on the flop. With
Yeah, of
6-8.
course. Like they just randomly donk flop like this, and then they just jam. Like
25 big blind deep. Wow.
yeah, I mean, you probably play too many 250s and 100s where you don't have these like crazy fish anymore.
I mean, at least he was blocking the straight on the turn. You know, there was there was a concept here.
He picked
It
up
was
equity on
probably
the
his
turn.
thought process.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
probably his thought process.
I mean,
He picked-
imagine if you sat there with pocket 8s straight in the bin, mate. Yeah, not really,
up-
not really. You're probably still calling it.
I would love to hear his thought process. I would
Yeah.
love it.
Sometimes like I really kind of like to sit with the recreational and then just listen to him. Once
Yeah,
he
yeah.
Just go to live tournaments. Just go to live tournaments and listen. You'll learn so much.
See, this is
You
why I
learn
love
so
live
much.
cash. What are you talking about? Everybody's like live tournaments. Nobody likes to talk. Live cash for drinking. They're like, oh, like I knew you had that. That's why I had to bet big on the turn. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Play like live cash. Like
how
I
we
used
go.
to play it, and we'd play like 1 and 2, and everyone would call 2, and then one person raises, and then all like 5 of us would happily call 14. Now, do you know what I mean? So it's either like
It's wonderful. It's
£2 to
wonderful.
play or 14 to play or whatever. It is hilarious.
It's a true joy. Okay, so
we
this
actually should have analyzed 1 or 2 of your live hands. That would be fun as well. For
We
next
can
time, we
definitely
can
do
remember that.
we should definitely do that. Yeah, we should review hands from the Spin&Go Championship. Of course, I didn't even mention that to you guys yet. Okay, cool. Anyway, I think this one's done.
Yeah, I played Sido.
Nice one.
Okay.
Yeah, genius.
Didn't much, but fine.
Absolute genius. All right, so we have a limp here with the Jack Deuce at 16 effective.
This one is similar. This one is a funny hand as well.
And it is Jack King 9 check and a check. It's pretty standard so far. Suddenly, our opponent is repping an ace, which is
He has an ace. He has for sure. Now he's jamming.
Always have an ace.
Of course, he has. He has ace 5 offsuited. 7 deuce. Nice.
I mean, to be fair, it's the bottom of his range. He's not going to win with that combo, is he? He's got to bluff if he wants to win the pot.
He needs to balance his range. Right?
Oh my God, what is going on? Okay. Is this genius or is this fish? You know what? I respect anybody who can try and give it a go with 7 deuce. All right. So fair play.
I would have folded.
That was
I would have folded the river for sure.
Really?
Would you read? No, you wouldn't. No, come on. Don't lie.
I think genius would be if you would min raise the river
For
with the
value.
plan to call his jam. Like inducing, min raise inducing.
The genius would have been min raise the river to get called by 9 deuce offsuit that was bluffing because they're blocking boats.
perfect.
Perfect.
No, this guy, if you click him back, he will just shove 7 deuce because it's still bottom range.
That's what I'm saying. And then snap call. Snap call.
Yeah, this is majestic, and it's another funny one, so there's not really too much to discuss. I mean, look, I guess if we wanted to add anything, a much better combination to have a bluff with would be like something that had a 10 where you're blocking a straight, I guess. Maybe a queen when you're blocking a straight, I guess. But like once you have queen high on this board, you have showdown, right? So like it's not even a hand that you necessarily want to be bluffing with. Same goes for 10 high, to be honest. So, there's probably a lesson there if you guys are watching. Like, a lot of people are going, oh, I'm blocking a straight here, I can bluff. Like, remember the strength of your overall hand, especially in a limped pot, right? On a board that pairs in particular, queen high here is like basically the nuts.
Yeah. Whose hand was
I
this?
actually also think in Spin and Goes, people highly overestimate any blocker effects in 99% of spots.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we are playing so wide ranges,
Right.
It's like 80% range, 100% range against 60%, 70% range. Just having like a blocker is not doing anything, right? Because it's just like maybe removing one of your 68 combos of bluffing or something, right? So people make excuses with blockers, and most of the time it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Like I remember reading an article, and the article was called, I think it was from Dara O'Kearney, if I'm not mistaken, and he wrote an article called "Blockers Are for Tiebreakers," right? Like blockers should not be the basis blockers should not be the basis of your decision making. But if you're in a close spot and it's like you should probably call most of the time here, but you're not sure. If there's a blocker effect, then you go, okay, that's enough. Like, cool. Just chuck it in the call,
Was this your hand, Sido?
Yes.
Yeah, so would you call like 6 big blinds if you overbets River? You calling?
Yeah.
Like
the turn bets of one big blind on an ace,
just
nothing.
Okay, so if he's jamming the river, you're also calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy don't fold, man. He's got 2 buttons on Winamax.
You
Call in.
You forget how you used to call me back in the days? Sido the station.
Really? I don't remember. I was also a station, but I was a folding station, not a calling.
All right, perfect. Let's put this one to bed. Let's carry on. We got a couple more, and then we'll do our final segment. So Queen 10. We're at 12 big blinds effective, and we find a call. Is there some frequency of push here at 12, or is it always call with Queen 10?
Should be more calls than push, right?
I would say it's definitely more calls, but yeah. I mean, obviously, it's.
I think actually Queen 10 is a jamming hand at 12 big blinds at some frequency.
Here, 1 second.
Yeah.
We can double check. I'm not doing it actively, so I don't really know 100%. But I think GTO wise, Jack 10 off, Queen 10 off are actually jams at a relatively high frequency.
Yeah, it's in there. So yeah, we're just pointing out that there is an alternative line against the unknown. I would always default to a call here. Always. Like especially between like 8 and 12. I think we can call so much more and push so much less
against the rack.
Yeah.
Like, do you still have min raising range, or do you already play like a limp only strategy at like 12 big blinds?
Limp
and all in. Yeah.
Pretty much. Like I know you are supposed to have some slivers of min raise still, but like whatever.
Just making your life difficult.
It makes the game so much more complicated at that point. It's really, really tough.
There is a new tree that seems to be forming, by the way. I don't know whether you've seen it on Winamax Sido, but like on GT as well, there's like min raises. There's like 7 to 9 big blind min raises now, which are happening, and they're choosing combos like 10-9 suited and all of this kind of thing. Yeah.
7 to 9 as an open raise.
Yeah, so like min raising. Like,
I saw it as well. Like a rag was like min raise calling like king 10 off at 9 big blinds or something. Yes. It was also like, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
like, that's super weird. But
I think there's probably an argument as well. Like I've seen a fair number of people like putting in like half their stack, like putting in half their stack in the hand. Yeah, like I feel like they're just trying to disrupt like like sort of recognized nodes, right? They're basically just going, I would shove king 10 here usually, but now I'm putting in half my stack instead just to like fuck with people basically.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't done the research yet, but it might be a GTO thing because like usually people don't give the solver the opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
But as soon as you're doing this, it might come up with this kind of strategy, right? It was the same with the big ISOs.
Yeah.
Nobody was using big ISOs before the solver era, and then you gave him the opportunity to use any sizing, and then basically it was discovered that big ISOs make sense, and then we understood the logic. Right. So maybe this half it still doesn't mean.
It's
Usually,
like,
people just do more mistakes implementing a complicated strategy instead
Right.
of just simplifying and play jam or fold. Like I don't know. Like
I think it makes a lot of sense to me, but just like purely just to mess with people, right? Because when you see that, you're like, "What? What's this? What is this? What is he doing?" Like, why? Like, yeah. And as soon as there's a question mark and that you don't have the immediate answer, then you're like, "I don't really know." I mean, at least for the first month or something, when you see this happening like once on one table every like 10 minutes, you're like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
This
Spoiler alert, something's changed.
is
Something is changing.
a glitch in the matrix for sure. You're like, okay, whatever. I'll let him fold this time, and then it happens for like way too long, you know.
yeah.
Anyway, so we have a limp and we have a check raised to 2.5. So far so good. I think this is like a pretty standard GTO size at the stack depth, and we call, and the board is king ace deuce. So far so good. One big blind continuation bet, and I'm assuming we have to call. The turn is the 4 of clubs.
But 2.5. Oh, he's checking.
I mean, Queen 10 is the nuts. Why would you bluff?
No, I thought he would.
And on the river, they bet 3.5. And we're all in. And there's a fold. Oh.
Is that you, Alex?
No. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing this shit. For sure not me.
Okay.
I wouldn't even think a second. Like I'm not bluffing like 4-card flush.
Yeah, like what the so this was you, Sido?
Yes.
Fuck, man, you wild.
I mean, Sido the calling station is now Sido the bluffing station, apparently. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, genius or fish?
Nah, first I need to hear his thought process.
Yeah.
No, make the call and then listen.
Yeah. Because you might, I'm going to say fish, but he's going to explain it to me.
He was a wreck, I guess.
Yes, right, 100%.
I'm going to say fish, and he's going to explain it, and I'm going to be like, you know what?
I know you love your river raises. You love your river raises. I'll still call you a fish.
Thank you.
But I kind of think I know what
all right,
doing.
let's hear it, Sido. I want to hear. Convince me of your genius that you were just misunderstood all along.
Let me ask you one question. What would be like the game changer here for you to take this line? Like
for me to take this line,
you can review the hand again and.
Okay, let me actually put myself in the spot here.
Trigger you to kind of think about it.
A check on the turn, I suppose. He probably continues with equity, right?
I don't.
Okay, so I know I wrote fish, and that's like a funny meme and stuff. I actually think it is pretty genius. Here's my issue is I just don't. I think that honestly the river size doesn't make any sense at all. Like if he has a good club, especially if let's say that he has ace. Let's say he has ace of clubs, jack of diamonds, or something, right?
Doesn't has this.
What's that?
He's never 2.5xing the offsuited ones. They're jamming.
Well, okay, well, yeah, even more reason, right? But
it's suited hands or nothing.
Yeah, okay. So let's say that he does have ace 10 of clubs, right? Whatever. He might bet the flop small and then check the turn for deception. But on the river, he assumes that you have a club and you're never folding, and he goes for all of it every time, in my opinion. So I do feel like him having like a good club here. The best club that he does this with is probably the queen of clubs, but even then I think that's still a combo that confidently goes for all of it because they assume that you don't have the ace of clubs based on the preflop action. So he's not playing the river in a way that I think says that he has a flush in any way, shape, or form. Because I think if he has a weak flush, let's say that he does have, let's say he has like jack 10 with the 10 of clubs or something like that, that might be confident enough to try and go for all of it on the river. But if it's not, he's probably going to go for smaller. To try and sort of like get crying calls from much weaker clubs. But I think everything else just plays as a jam on the river. So I don't think the 3.5 reps clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's more... Yeah, oh, sorry. Go on, Beldarion.
Did you thought about calling?
No.
Okay. Good.
Why you would call?
You are saying he is value betting something.
If this guy turns up with Jack 5 offsuit, you're gonna absolutely hate yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, because what can happen here is that like he can be bluffing with 2x, 4x, 5x that he's isolating pre-flop, and he would still think about, okay, I will turn this into a bluff or something. So they can still bet those here and there, and like calling with queen high, or like he's having queen jack off without a club,
Right.
something like
Mhm,
this. So it's still very tricky, and like all those hands are folding to a jam, and then you add in some of the kind of thin value bets that might happen here and there. So you can actually make more folds and generate more equity with the shot than just calling. But what did trigger this actually was like as Andy said, the turn check, because here like his value range can be something like ace queen suited, ace jack suited, ace 10 suited, maybe like some all those hands that are like really top range that might hit a flush, and he's having the ace and he say, okay, I will check turn, and then now he's hoping for a call from a club or a bluff catch on the river. So this is like top range, but this is like super small part of his range compared to all the off-suited hands he might have. And there is something like when you are having something like even a jack deuce or like a jack 3 offsuit or a 10-3 offsuit with the 10 of club on the turn, you are still not very confident, and you wanna make your opponent fold. So you will continue on the turn. You will not check those and think, oh, okay, I'm having equity, I will check, and then realize it. No, out of position, you don't do this. And this like fear create like more betting with those kind of draw hands. So coming to the river, actually like his bluffing range becomes so wide and value range becomes so small that you kind of just want to bluff it most of the time. So yeah, like his check on the turn was like the thing that did trigger my decision here and the bluff here.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it. It's
Too
very
smart.
It's
Way too smart. Way too
I'm
smart for
convinced.
us. For
Never
for
folding
us.
rivers to you in the future versus a raise, but I am convinced. Have I got 7-3 here, Matt? I'm like, yeah,
This is
come on, baby.
Oscar, if we would play against Sido, he would always have it.
Yeah.
He would raise like I don't know.
Seven of club.
His pocket sevens with the club for value.
This is such a classic YouTube thing as well. Like they watch like a highlight video and they're like, so you're just gonna shove ace 5 off every time they limp at 10 big blinds, and you're like, yeah, and they're like, great, now I know how to beat you. And you're like, and you're like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, if I know you're shoving that wide, I'm just gonna wait for you. I'm just gonna have a better hand when I call. And you're like, that's not how it works. It's called being unexploitable. He's like, I know how to exploit it. I know. I understand. I understand. Yeah, exactly. No, this is wonderful, and legitimately, I'm joking. Like I think that moves like this are so cute. But when you think about how valuable finding these spots are to your overall EV, it's kind of nuts, right? Like that red line jump is so significant. And of course, guys, whenever you have a red line, meaning non-showdown winnings, that is 100% your EV. They cannot take it away from you. Red line is all yours. There's no variance that needs to be deducted. There's no EV tax associated with I got queens in against ace king and 50-50, or I got queens in against ace 10, so I get 70% of this pot. You get 100% of this pot every time you make this move work, and it's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Next one. Okay, we have one more, and then we'll move on today, guys. So 5 tray in the small blind, 15 big blinds effective call. Opponent checks. We flop a flush.
Oh,
I know that.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's from our battle. Like Sido and me did it.
This one's all on you. This is all on you for commentary on this
on our YouTube channel. Like it was live on stream.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm actually going to check here, and it was more like making fun first. Like, come on, let's check. let him do something silly. Like we actually don't really want to do it with the 5/5 flush, right? But I thought, yeah, maybe it's a good idea. Okay, so I check.
Just for your information, Nick, this was a hand played between two German recreationals.
Yes, I was one of them. Yes, so he's checking back, and then now I think, yeah, now I gotcha, right? So I'm going to bet like full pot, because now you won't believe me anymore, because I checked the flop, right? So yeah, he's calling, and on the river 6 big blinds in the pot, and I thought, yeah, now if I jam, you'll call me with like 10x, no club, and everything, right? Because you don't believe me. Here's a bust.
But the most important thing to say is before that, there was, yes, I got him. Now watch this. I'm going to jam. He's going to call me with 10 high, and it's easy victory, easy win.
You need to watch this.
And then he's end up doing the same thing. He's ending up doing the same.
And yeah, okay. So I have to ask, guys, genius or fish?
I think genius overall, like in terms of the way it played, but risky.
He was the genius. Risky. He was the genius. 100% fish. Yes. 100% fish.
Perfect.
100%
Well, okay, look, yeah, this is obviously a stupid one, but it is a good one anyway.
I still like my line though. Like I think it's important. Like if you're ending up here on the river with a hand like this, just go all in. You're getting crazy folds. Right? This was like very unfortunate here. Basically.
I think once you check the flop and you get a call on the turn for full pot, like you can just go, yeah, for sure. But like also,
and people are missing it. Like people forget that this game is called No Limit Hold'em, right?
Right.
They just think like pot is the limit, but it's not, right? So just because there's 6 in the pot, it doesn't mean you can't bet 12.
Yeah.
Or 15 or whatever you have, right? So that's important against.
Absolutely.
Even nowadays, the recreational understanding. Look at the 6-8 off. I was just once on the
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, and also like similarly to what I just said about red line a moment ago. If you're on the river and you know you have the best hand and you get more than your opponents, that's another example of chips that you don't have to discount. Right, your EV is all there. If you can win bigger pots than your opponents, you will win more EV. And it's a very efficient way of doing it in the same way that your red line is also a good way of doing this too. So there you go. That's the end of this segment, guys. That was the end of Genius or Fish. Apologies, guys. My voice is going. So the final segment of our podcast is a little thing we like to call Do You Even GTO, Bro? Insert animation here. I'm going to keep doing that till we have animations. And so that means we head over to GTO Wizard, and we are about to do 3 hands of stuff that we're going to play, and we're going to get points. So just to make this clear, last time maybe it wasn't as clear. I did the points afterwards. What we're going to do is we're going to get 1 point per node. Okay, that's how we did it last time, I think, guys. If I'm not mistaken, Oscar, can you confirm? I'm pretty sure what we did was for every node that we got correct, we got 1 point. I think that's how we did it, right? With some memes in the middle.
Yeah. It was easy because it was only Alex that got points, right? Everyone else tanked. No, I'm joking. Okay, so assuming that my GTO Wizard allows us, we're gonna go ahead and start this one off. So let's do a couple, guys. This one should be well. I'm not gonna say anything. Hey guys,
actually, I think this one is super tough.
Yeah, it's very hard. This one, like because like I think like
10.5 big blinds, like it's right on the edge.
Yeah, it's
all right.
Like,
make your decision now.
God. I mean,
1,
I just
2,
stand to
3.
I just stand to my Nitarian.
And
here we go.
Hey.
Yes. The funny thing about those suited hands is that like they become a fold shorter and they become a call. Like
yeah, it's one of those funny ones. Yeah. Okay, cool. Next hand. So we have the King 7. Now, obviously, there's going to be a mix here, guys. So if there is a mix, we'll go back and we'll replay and all that stuff. So for now, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll start with your line, guys, as a call. I know it's going to be a mix, obviously, pre-flop. And immediately there is an ISO to 6 big blinds.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. What?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah. I think even this suited one would be close. Nah, I mean the suited one's close.
Although if we repeat this hand now, let me see if I can play it as a raise here. Let's see how far I get.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna B1. I guess the points get kind of messed up here because there's more nodes in my version of playing this. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Who cares? We're gonna B1 on the flop. Immediately check raised. Oh Jesus. I gotta put.
Glad you went down this road, didn't you, Nick?
Yeah, exactly. Right. I should just limp everything. My life would be so much easier. Well, technically. And now they're gonna bluff again, and I'm gonna fold. Okay, cool. Now we can get to showdown like a genius. It's fine. Oh, we must win.
Whoa.
We absolutely cannot lose. It's impossible. What could he possibly have?
I think. Wow. Actually,
Yeah, it makes sense.
wow. Can you go to the flop? I'm kind of surprised it's a call against check raise.
I mean, the check raise is going to be like 3-4 suited and 4-5 suited and all this shit. It's going to be, on the rainbow board a little bit. It's a little bit different, right?
And after the bet?
Sorry, where am I at right now? So pre-flop, yeah, it's about 50-50, obviously, the raise and the call. Yeah. On the flop, it's a call. Raise, call, check.
Those are his actions.
Yeah, I bet one.
One.
B1's the most frequent, right? Yeah, and then when we get check raised, yeah, it's 94.1%.
Wow. So you can't fold here.
So on the turn,
luckily we didn't raise Beldarion. Would lose it all.
Zero points. I would have called it. I thought this is like a fault against the check raise.
Anyway, I'm not sure how we're going to do the points for that, but I got some of that right.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. All right, cool.
I mean, you was right. Like GTO obviously was wrong because you won the hand.
Exactly.
Right? How can you argue against that?
How can you argue against the greatest move ever? Ready? 1, 2, 3. What are you guys doing? No chance. You're calling here?
Yes.
Have you lost your fucking mind?
If GTO is going all in, he doesn't have a clue about the game.
GTO is all in. Oh no! Wait a second, guys. It's because he had aces. It's because
yes.
Oh my god! This is blowing my mind. I'm so confident about this one. What the fuck? Anyway, okay. Repeat hand. What'd you guys do? Call.
Wow. Does he still have aces in the repeat? Folded.
No, he's limping.
Oh shit! What happened?
Oh my god!
What happened?
No, he's limping. No, you did repeat the hand.
How do I repeat? What? No, why is he limping now? How is this repeating the hand?
Oh, come on.
Can we change the action somehow?
Now actually it would be all in.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go.
You have it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have
okay.
to call.
Now it would be all in that time. Yeah, call.
Oh.
And
Action flow.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have a donking range here. That should be easy, right?
What?
You can't call Alex.
I mean, C for check.
C for check. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
You can't call, buddy.
This is like. This is.
Yeah.
All right, go.
For sure mixing.
1, 2, 3.
For sure mixing.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna try raise 3 first.
Okay, so it's me.
And yeah, it's good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Go back.
Where was it wrong?
No, it was correct.
But it's only 79%.
Yeah, because it's a mix. It's a mix between.
It's a 3-bet normal.
See, that's where they got you. Raise to 7, raise to 5. I knew there was a big raise in there, so wow. I feel somewhat vindicated.
Call is actually the lowest amount. Like, wow. I think I've never 3-bet normal in this hand in my life.
I'm very surprised this is not a 3-bet jam. So like 7-8 suited is definitely a jam though, right?
But you need to be careful because
where's the range? Where's the range?
Look.
Yeah.
Where is this?
Yeah, I mean, against the rack, you can certainly do that if he is capable. But
instead of range.
Yeah, what am I doing here?
You just where you want.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually also very low.
Still not
very
nearly
low.
as much. What the fuck? How have I learned this wrong? This is so crazy. Anyway, okay, cool. So what was the alternative line here? We have to repeat this hand one more time.
Sido just called against the C-bet.
Call, and then we checked.
And then he will check back.
No, turn this off as well. Check, bet, and then call.
Call.
You know you want a donk turn, Sido. Come on, be a man.
No coaching, please. No coaching. Absolutely no ghosting.
Just adding be a man, like, right? Be a man.
Be a man.
Oh.
All right, now on the river, how you feeling, Sido?
You want to go shorter with 6 high.
Yeah.
It's just you left, buddy.
So I just say it, right?
This is sure.
I'm just thinking.
This is your line.
What sizing? I would go either 4 or 9. Yeah, let's go 4.
Oh, you just got snapped.
Snap call. Yeah,
he destroyed you.
That's why 9 is
small bet. This 1BB bet. I love it.
You managed to find the only size that is never used.
The 2 sizings, like 1 and 9. They both wrong. Better go all in.
Yeah, I love the all in. By the way, like,
all in on the river.
All in or 1BB. That would be my 2 choices.
That is very, very cool. Anyway, okay, cool. I'm not sure how we're going to do the points on this one, guys, but whatever. It's not that serious. I'm sure one of us will be a winner, and we can work that out. Should we do one more, guys, or should we wrap it up for there for today?
Come on, let's do one more. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Nick's looking I think it's actually fine. I think it's actually fine.
Trolled.
Let's wrap it up. Wrap it up.
So just prior to this, guys, I remembered I have to re-up my GTO Wizard account. Don't worry, it's coming back, guys. We're going to get this sorted out for next time. But that's a natural conclusion to today's podcast. Beldarion, Sido, and Oscar, thank you guys for joining once again. And we look forward to the next one, guys. As per before, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff on the YouTube, guys, and also leave some more comments. Your comments last time were super, super helpful, and we are taking seriously all of the suggestions you guys have on how to improve our podcast. Not only that, but we can look forward to some submissions from the Upwork. I don't know how long it's going to take. I have a sneaking suspicion all of them will be AI generated, so it will take no time at all. So there's a chance by the time we do this next podcast, there should be some stuff that we can look at together, and you guys can help us choose your favorite logo designs, and then we'll go from there. We're going to get some animations and stuff done. It's going to be great. So you won't have to see me doing insert animation here next time. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Spin&Bros podcast, and we'll see you on the flip side. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good luck.
Bye.